What's up all my Yoxtruls, droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as the Star Wars Girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about an argument that was brought up during the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Now, if you guys are new here to my channel, then welcome. You guys probably don't know this, and if you guys have been here for a while, then you probably are very aware of this. I am a very strict no politics channel. I hate the fact that modern day politics, I should say, has infiltrated pop culture and movies and franchises that I love, and it hasn't been done in a way that enriches the source material. It's become a way to bastardize it and use it for people's own personal political means and gains. So I'm very against talking politics, and I honestly have no interest in politics. That being said, I'm not going to talk about the political aspect of this trial. I'm not going to give my opinion on what I think on who's right and wrong. I'm just specifically going to be talking about this argument that was brought up because guess what? I like movies about courtroom dramas. I think 12 Angry Men is one of the best movies ever made. Also, it's a very difficult movie to watch, but A Time to Kill is also an excellent film. And so I've been watching this trial. My friend Nick Ricada has been covering it, and I've been watching along and, seeing, and it's very interesting seeing actual lawyers commentating on this trial. But when I watched this yesterday and I saw the argument that the prosecution made against Kyle and regarding video games, it just made my blood boil because the fact that this is still even an argument people try to use just shows how ignorant they are and the fact that they've never actually played video games. So I have this clip pulled up that was up on Twitter by Sophia. You guys should all go follow Sophia. She's awesome. I've been following her for a while now, and she's got a lot of interesting things to say. And also, the people on the internet that hate me hate her too because they can't stand it when somebody, that's supposed to be in their narrative goes against their narrative and actually thinks for themselves. So great account. I'm going to link this in the description of this video. So I'm going to play you guys this clip as that way you guys have the full context of everything that I'm going to be talking about. And then I will be back to explain why I have this intense frustration and why I don't think that this is an argument that should even be used, especially not in a court of law.
Black, you'd play Call of Duty and other first-person shooter video games?
Sometimes.
And those are games in which you use weapons like AR-15s to pretty much shoot anybody who comes at you, correct?
It's a video game where two players are playing together. I don't really understand the meaning of your question, to be honest.
Isn't one of the things people do in these video games try and kill everyone else with your guns?
Yeah, in the video game, it's just a video game, it's not real life.
Alright, now that you guys have seen the clip in the entirety, you guys can probably understand why I was frustrated enough to make a video about it, and why I just kind of want to vent my frustrations with you guys. Now, whenever somebody makes this argument, it just proves one or two things, which is one, the person is just absolutely incredibly ignorant the way the entire world works and the way video games are and what escapism is, why human beings are so fascinated with entertainment, why the entertainment industry is what it is because people like to turn off their brain and not focus on the shit that they have to deal with in real life, and they want to just go escape for an hour or two, watching a movie, reading a book, playing a video game, and it just allows them to take a step out of reality and go entertain themselves for an hour or two, if not more. And people have been playing video games. Millions of people play Call of Duty. To make this argument, it's like, are millions of people going out and using this type of gun and shooting people? No. No. You need to take this on an individual basis. The video game has nothing to fucking do with it. Or two, people are, which is I think what the case is here, are going for that political narrative. Now, I wasn't aware of Gamergate when it happened. I got secondhand information, and I believe that this is one of the talking points that they use. Well, video games make people do bad things. It's like, well, what about all the bad people that have been doing things since the beginning of time? Personally, I doubt many people can say this. I have been shot before. Right? I have a bullet still in my collarbone. You guys can all see it right now if you're looking at the screen. I know that might gross some people out, but there was a warning in the beginning of this video that said my channel, my content is not for children. I've been shot before. The person that shot me has never played a video game in their life. It has nothing to do with the type of escapism that people enjoy or people consume. It's the individual person. And I know from personal experience, once a person has set their mind to doing something, there is almost nothing that can stop them unless you have some kind of physical barrier. And most of the time, it's you look back in hindsight and you're able to see what could have prevented a situation from happening. But again, that hindsight is always 20/20, right? So in this case, bringing this up now, again, has nothing to do with the actual facts of the case and the actual facts of what happened. It's literally just bringing up an old argument. I don't even know why. I do not know why he would do this. He's an intelligent guy. I mean, you have to be intelligent to become a lawyer and to pass the bar exam and to be working as a prosecutor for the state, right? You have to have some level of intelligence to do that. So the fact that he's bringing it up, I don't believe, the one or the two, or, the one or the 2 points that I explained. It's got to be the second one, which he's doing it to get that talking point because he's trying to appeal to a jury of 12 people, and he's hoping that that jury of 12 people, somebody believes that. And that's very, very alarming. You would think that a lawyer whose entire career as a persecutor, for the state, you have to go and you have to be able to read an entire room of people. You have to understand the way humans work and how humans think and how they operate and how they respond to certain things, what those trigger points are for certain people. You have to be able to see the person that's on the stand that you're cross-examining and, be able to read them to get some kind of, the kind of reaction that you want when you're trying to appeal to a jury. You also have to read those 12 people and get them to empathize with your point. So that way there will be a verdict that works in your favor. Again, I really like courtroom dramas. I like watching, the movies and the TV shows about this kind of stuff. I find it fascinating, and to see, what, arguments will make a person agree or disagree, or maybe even seeing, somebody change another person's mind, which is incredibly hard to do. People are very, very stubborn, and it's very hard once a person has made an opinion about something to get them to re-examine it and look at it from a different point of view and to see, to change their opinion of it. So I find courtroom, dramas like this, and the fact that this is real life and not a movie, it's absolutely fascinating to me. And so my question here is, why on earth would you do that? If, in my opinion, that hurts his whole argument. That hurts his whole, cross-examination, because all this is done is illustrated that, okay, you really don't know what you're talking about, and you're using a talking point for woke points. That's incredibly alarming, especially when you have, a trial that's this public and to this magnitude. The entire world is watching. When I watched this happen live in real time, there was over 70,000 people watching on Nick Rekieta's live stream, and I just sat back and I'm like, what are you doing, dude? What are you freaking doing? It blows my mind that this is a freaking talking point that's going on. You have so many other things that you could have brought up, that you could have asked about, but bringing up the fact that he played Call of Duty, again, millions of people play Call of Duty. I have played Call of Duty. I'm not good at it because I can't figure out the first-person shooters, but it's like, I love KOTOR. I'm that Star Wars girl. I love KOTOR 1 and 2. I have played as both a Jedi and a Sith, both a hero and a villain. Just because I have destroyed my enemies with lightsabers and force powers doesn't mean I'm going to go do it in real life. That's not how escapism works. That's not how most people work. It reminds me of that argument that Ted Bundy tried to use right before he was executed. And he's like, porn made me do it. It's like, okay, I'm pretty sure I can confidently say that every single adult on the face of the earth has seen porn of some kind. Even people in remote parts of the earth, they've seen some kind of form of pornography. That doesn't make people go and murder women and cut off their heads and perform necrophilia in the woods because of pornography. No. Us as human beings, because guess what? I feel like people forget that we are still a type of animal. We're mammals. We're a type of animal that lives on the planet. Just because we're at the very top of the food chain doesn't, negate the fact that we are all animals. And we have animalistic needs and desires and instincts. And so to allow human beings to have a form of escapism, which, again, the entertainment industry wouldn't be as popular as it is if it wasn't for the fact that us as human beings rely on it in some way, shape, or form to blow off some steam of some kind, to relieve anxiety, to get some kind of pleasure. So to make this argument, it just leads into, you know, what was going on with Gamergate, which is the censorship, which I am very much against. The second you start censoring something like that, the second you start censoring entertainment, you're going to have some very serious problems. And people that, you know, get their stuff censored, that needed that relied on that, are going to start acting out in certain ways. And I'm going to nerd out here for a second. There's a really great episode of Star Trek Voyager where this happened, which is the crew encounters this planet of telepaths, and there's almost no crime on this planet because bad thoughts have been outlawed. Having an angry thought, you know, being frustrated with somebody. Imagine being in traffic and even having a negative thought will put you in jail. And they do this whole kind of thing where they remove the thoughts from your mind. And it's, again, this is an alien planet in Star Trek. But what happens is, because they outlawed even having a negative thought from these people, that immediately went to the black market, and people were starving for these, because anger is a part of the human emotions. Even though these are aliens, we have to be able to experience emotion, and you have to be able to experience every, you know, emotion that is out there, or else you're gonna have some problems. I mean, there's plenty of psychologists and psychiatrists that can tell you that, you know, go study anthropology and see what happens when you deny people certain things. They're just either going to act out or they're going to find a way around that. And so bringing this up just brings up that whole argument of, well, we need to censor video games, which is like, that is probably the worst thing that you can do. And if you're going to censor it, guess what? People are just going to find a way to get it. When we outlawed alcohol in the United States, guess what? With Prohibition, guess what happened? We had bootleggers. We had speakeasies. People are going to find a way. To quote Jurassic Park, life finds a way. And so bringing this up in this court during this trial, it's like you're really trying to bring up this argument. It's like, again, I think this is an intelligent guy. To bring up this intelligent of an argument just kind of blows my mind, and it frustrates me to my very core. But I just kind of wanted to vent and just air my frustrations with this, because it's like, you would think that somebody whose entire career you need to be able to read a room and understand the human psyche and the way that human beings respond to certain things would bring up an argument this unintelligent. Blows my freaking mind. And I just wanted to vent my frustrations with all of you. So let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. If you like this video, if you get where I'm coming from, please smash the like button. If you didn't, that's okay too. Thank you so much for watching this far through. If you haven't already, maybe take a minute, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell for notifications. Make sure the bell is set to all, that we actually get notifications when I'm put out videos and live streams. And until next time, everyone, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and may the force be with you, because we are really, really, really going to need it. Bye, everyone. Once again, thank you so much, everyone, for supporting my channel and my content. And I have a really exciting project that's live right now on IndieGoGo. Due to requests from those of you in the chat that have been watching for a long time, I did a whole transformation video on going rogue for Halloween this year, and some people suggested, hey, Anna, you should do a calendar. So I did. It's live now on IndieGoGo. The link is in the description of this video. Click it, go check it out, see the tiers that I have available, and thank you very much, everyone. I also have an Etsy where I sell prints of my original artwork, like oil paintings and drawings of various characters. So go check it out. Link is in the description of this video. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.